Let me assure you that Africa can work. It is up to the rest of the world to look beyond the prejudiced and sensational images and recognize Africa as the continent of the future.
The majority of Africa's problems is as a result of terrible governance, decisions, policies, actually anything you want to call it. The actions of some African leaders are nothing short of what has he done again. Nonetheless, there are a few good apples on the tree. These African leaders have led by example and are worthy of a standing ovation. But hold your horses, we can't also say that these African presidents are flawless.
You really need to stop this superiority complex nonsense about human rights. You think you are the only ones who respect human rights, or others it's about violating human rights. No, we've fought for human rights and freedoms of our people much better and more than anyone, including you people who keep talking about this nonsense.
Welcome to ohAFRO. Today, we counted down our picks for top 9 African presidents based on their policies and achievements.
ohAFRO.
President Ramaphosa, South Africa. South Africa's President Ramaphosa is a controversial figure. However, the president still deserves some accolades for repositioning the South African economy to take over the #1 position in Africa with a target of 1.2 trillion rands over the next 3 years. Ramaphosa built up the most influential trade union in the country. His negotiation skills have helped the country overcome hostile situations that would have affected the country's stability and relationship with other African nations.
South Africa is a home for all, and indeed we are not the only country that has become home for people who are fleeing from other nations.
President Sahle-Work, Ethiopia. In October 2018, Sahle-Work became Ethiopia's first woman president and the only 7th female head of state in Africa. Being elected as the president of one of Africa's most respected countries is a lot of responsibility.
No longer do we allow the future of the planet to be dictated from one location. Futures must be locally and democratically envisioned.
Since she was appointed as president, she has assisted Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed in privatizing the economy. The partnership has provided the young Prime Minister with the much-needed experience and advice to place the country on the track of achieving its aim to become a lower middle-income economy by 2025. President Macky Sall, Senegal.
So why is it that more than 50 years after independence, Africa is still not able to settle its own problems?
Vous savez, c'est un problème très complexe. Il est facile, lorsque l'on est encore une fois loin des réalités, de condamner l'Afrique. L'Afrique est un continent qui a subi depuis plusieurs siècles de l'injustice, parce qu'on va remonter.
President Macky Sall has gained huge commendation for his achievements in the health sector. He has also called on other African leaders on numerous occasions to invest more to address the health challenges facing Africa. The president also won the hearts of Africans when he called for the completion of the Bridge Road Rail project between Brazzaville and Kinshasa.
His accomplishments also include doubling energy production and introducing government subsidies for poor households.
His achievements in the health sector amid the COVID-19 pandemic is highly commended. Hey, if you're still watching this video, why don't you just leave us a thumbs up? I know you don't want to, but just get it over with. President Lourenco, Angola.
It will take some time, but we are prepared to face this giant problem of corruption, and we're sure that we will win.
Taking over from Jose Eduardo dos Santos, President Lourenco has exposed the corruption and nepotism that prevailed in Angola. Since taking office in September 2017, President Lourenco has made significant reforms to improve on transparency in the financial sector, liberalize the foreign exchange rate regime, and pursue a more business-friendly trajectory to improve international investors' perception of the country's business climate. In his first year in office, the new government's plan that focuses on anti-corruption and free market economic reforms has sent positive signals of political change. President George Weah, Liberia. President Weah took over office in 2018 amidst criticism from sectors who believed he was not qualified to rule the people of Liberia and who says footballers can't be presidents. Although accusations of corruption have marred his government, many critics claim that Weah administration's achievement surpasses that of any other president since the country's independence in 1847. His greatest achievements include the announcement of free education for Liberians up to the university level, and his commitment to connecting all county capitals of Liberia. Hey, if you still enjoyed the video, hit that like button. I know you want to. President Adama Barrow, the Gambia.
Before we can do anything, we have to establish the truth first. And that will determine what will be our next action.
President Adama Barrow inherited a country in chaos. Yahya Jammeh emptied the country's treasury before going on exile in Equatorial Guinea.
You know, you kind of feel sorry for the Gambian people. You kind of feel sorry also for the government, because for the new government, because they come into office without no money.
In 2019, he received the Great Builder Super Prize Award for his achievement in the area of infrastructure in the country. One area where the president has gained commendation the most is in allowing the judiciary to carry out an independent trial on the former president, and also demanding justice for the numerous victims that suffered human rights abuse under Yahya Jammeh.
Do I look like a loser? There's no way I can lose.
President Roch Marc, Burkina Faso. President Marc's track record has been mixed. In particular, his ability to deliver on his electoral pledges has been curbed by funding constraints and rising insecurity. However, some social programs have produced positive results. He has gained commendations for his fight against insurgency. He has also helped assist farmers in the country, and as a result, agriculture currently employs about 80% of the country's total population. President Paul Kagame, Rwanda.
God created us equal. For these other gods who want us to bow to them, in Rwanda, they are in the wrong place.
When Paul Kagame became Rwanda's president in 2000, he inherited a country that has been torn apart by genocide. To rebuild it, he had to rely mostly on uneducated guerrilla fighters and a handful of ill-trained people. Even the most optimistic of analysts doubted his chances. But 19 years later, the country is stable, prosperous, and unified. In a large part, reconciled. Even before the emergence of President Nana Akufo-Addo of Ghana, President Kagame was considered the most performing African president for many years. President Nana Akufo-Addo, Ghana.
Our concern should be with what do we need to do in this 21st century to move Africa away from being cap in hand and begging for aid, for charity, for handouts. The African continent.
Often referred to as Ghana's #1 worker, President Nana Akufo-Addo has gained a massive admiration from across the continent and beyond for his pan-African beliefs and people-friendly policies.
We can no longer continue to make policy for ourselves, in our country, in our region, in our continent, on the basis of whatever support the Western world or France or the European Union can give us.
Chances are you have already witnessed a video or two about him speaking against foreign adversaries. Since assuming office, he has cut down on salaries of public office holders and has created about 1 million job opportunities for the Ghanaian people while also stabilizing the economy. President Akufo-Addo recently extended the free electricity and water to citizens for more than 3 months after making a move to ease the sufferings of Ghanaians during the COVID-19 pandemic. He is celebrated not just in Africa but across the world for bringing a breath of fresh air to the continent. Who is your favorite African president? I really want to know. As usual, I'm your host Murphy, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.